Angel, what's up? Good to see you.
Good to see you as well.
Hey, it's crazy to think nearly 20 years ago, you were walking across stage, graduating from high school and getting ready to go to college.
Yeah.
So talk to me a little bit about beginning your college journey.
So I wasn't sure if I was going to actually go to college. I don't really talk about this as much, but I was unfortunately homeless when I was in my teenage years, the first couple of years of high school. My dad had lost his job. We lost the apartment with the job. So my academic acumen was not great. At that time, I was not focused on school. On top of that, everyone knows that college is really expensive, so I wasn't considering college at all. But it wasn't until my sister, who was also part of the CollegeBound Initiative, she was working with you actually at the time on her college applications, and learned that she can get financial aid, HEOP, things of that nature. So she ended up giving me that information and that college was possible. So then during my junior year, I kind of made sure to get my grades up, and my senior year actually worked with my CollegeBound Initiative counselor and helped me apply for college, secure my HEOP placement at Mount St. Mary College.
So you're off to college. What was that experience like for you? And what advice would you have for other students that are in that same position?
Oh, it was definitely a cultural shock for me a little bit. I was sometimes the only Latino in the room, sometimes the only minority in the classroom. During that first semester, I really did contemplate leaving college. I was fortunate enough to find someone, a classmate of mine who was from the Bronx. He gave me that advice of no, you belong here, you belong in these rooms, you belong on this campus, you can do it. CBI has now this college journey program, which is something that would benefit someone like me who that first year was contemplating dropping out, contemplating moving back. So I definitely advise folks to just really take advantage of it. You don't have to do it alone. There are folks who really do care.
And I know your high school sweetheart was also a CBI student.
Yes, she was. We both were in the CBI program in high school, and we ended up going to the same college together, graduating, and now we're married. And we have 2 kids.
So talk to us about the work that you do here at the Empire State Development Corporation.
And we're working on a number of different initiatives in the city of New York. One that I'm the most proud of that we just announced was the conversion of the Bayview Correctional Facility on 20th and 11th. We're working on transforming something that was a negative for the community, a former prison, into something that's giving back to the local community. So not only will there be housing, supportive housing for the justice involved, but there's also a community center, programs for children. As someone who was formerly homeless, it actually really impacted me and was exciting for me to be a part of this project.
You talked about turning negatives into positives. I think, again, so much of the work that we're trying to do through Student Leadership Network is exactly that.
Yeah.
And it's mind-boggling to me that even at the time that I went to college and the time that you went to college, that there's still a tremendous disparity in terms of students like us coming from lower income backgrounds gaining access to higher education. It's 20% gap between us and our more affluent peers nationwide. So talk to me, why does college matter? Why does it really matter?
No, yeah, it definitely matters. And I think we could both talk about the statistics, right? On top of that, my wife, again, we're both college graduates, both have our masters. Raising 2 kids, showing them that higher education is something that is attainable. It's something that we're prideful of in our household, and it's how we're still giving back. We definitely look at college as the thing that opened the door for us to allow us to do what we're doing now, and it wouldn't have been possible without programs like CBI.